Hey, what's going on? It's Mando from Mando Dishes. It's the show where we do dishes and talk about all kinds of stuff. If this is your first time here and while you're still at the door, hit that like button as hard as you can. It helps us connect with more friends here on YouTube. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button so that you can be notified when the next episode comes out. Man, I'm super stoked to talk to you today. Today was actually a sort of a funny day. I woke up in sort of like a panic mode. Let me explain for a second. So we have two kids, right? A 6-year-old and a 4-month-old. So 6-year-old is supposed to get to school at 8:30 or so in the morning. And today I overslept, man. I woke up 15 minutes before it was time to go to school. Why? Well, it's not like I was partying all night or, out late last night partying or anything like that or working hard. It came actually from the fact that our 4-month-old has a cold. And when these babies have colds, man, they just can't sleep. It's super difficult to sleep. Anyway, and so we stayed up pretty much all night and finally got some shut eye around 4 a.m. or so, and then the rest is history. I don't know if I snoozed the alarm or I just didn't hear it, or I just woke up to the voice of my girl saying, hey, what time is it right now? What time is it right now? I just look up at my phone and it's like 8:15, and oh my God. And she's like, whoa, what day is it today? And I'm like, okay, say no more. I have to get up right now. So it's like I got up immediately. I got immediately out of bed, rushed to the kitchen, and then started making snack and getting the stuff ready for my kid's backpack. And then I come back to his room, wake him up, and it's like getting an adrenaline shot in your thigh. When you look at the alarm and you're like, shit, I have to get up right now. Otherwise, this kid is not getting to school and the whole day is going to be messed up. Anyway, good news. We actually made it. It took us about 10 minutes to get everything ready and 5 minutes to get to school. It was amazing. And you know what's even more amazing is that when we got there, when we showed up at the door, when we showed up at the school gate, I thought everybody was inside. So I was telling my son, you gotta rush inside. Go, 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 go. We're late. And he's like, no, we're not. I'm like, what do you mean we're not? And then I turn around and all of a sudden I see one of his friends show up. And then after that, a few more people showing up. Turns out we were early. For some reason, the school gate didn't open early today or whatever. They were delayed and we showed up not even on time. We showed up early, motherfuckers. And that's how my day started. I hope you're having a great day today, wherever you are. If this is nighttime for you, then I hope you had a great day. Oh, and by the way, what you hear right now, my voice, this is not what I sound like while doing dishes. I don't sound as calm, cool, collected, not to forget smooth while doing dishes. For the simple reason that it's really challenging to get a good quality recording while, performing an activity like washing dishes. There's simply too many noises in the environment. I've got all these things I want to talk about. I sometimes find myself talking to myself. So what I do is I either, write them down if I get a second, or I just record them on my iPhone, And then later on, and to give you guys a better experience listening to the show, I, record it in my studio. And this is what you hear right now. So it's all for you guys. It's all for you, baby, right? So again, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button as hard as you can and make sure to subscribe to get notified whenever the next episode comes out. One topic that has been really interesting to me in the past, few days, couple of weeks, is the topic of happiness. What it means to be happy. How can you achieve happiness? What's preventing us from being in a happy state? And I know there's a whole industry built around just the word happiness. There's literally hundreds, even thousands of books, programs. There's literally gurus, happiness gurus, people who can coach you, people whose sole job is to coach you to attain happiness. And honestly, I don't even want to go that deep. But, just I've been like contemplating my personal, my life, my past experiences, looking at people around me, people that I'm influenced by, family members, etc. Just trying to like take inventory of different things, but also, doing some research online and also reading books, articles, etc. And within this topic of like this huge umbrella of happiness, also a question that's been asked before is that, does money make you happy, right? Does money make you happy? Not just for myself, but for us humans in general. So I've been doing some research, man. And I stumbled across a really interesting experiment that I wanted to share with you today. And I stumbled across a really interesting experiment that I wanted to share with you today. First of all, just to put it out there, when it comes to the question of does money make you happy, as a disclaimer, just to throw it out there, I've always said 90% yes, 10% no. The 90% yes is that when you say yourself that you tell yourself that money is, won't make you happy, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. If we assume for a second that, you haven't reached a certain level of absolute guaranteed financial stability, financial freedom, then just telling yourself that money won't make you happy, you pretty much just, putting sticks in your own wheels, so to say. You are, shooting yourself in the foot. You're not putting yourself in the right mindset to go get that money, right? And it's a kind of mindset, right? And I absolutely agree with, people like Grant Cardone, for instance. So Grant Cardone, he always says that people who tell you that money won't make you happy are people who don't have any money, which I find true and funny at the same time. So be careful with people who tell you that money won't make you happy, right? That's on the one side. But on the other side of things, let's say your purpose in life is not to be the richest person on the planet, right? Which is fine. Let's say your goal is something else, something more human oriented. Like you want to, for example, help people in need, help elevate other people, etc., etc. It's hard to achieve something like that when you yourself don't have the financial stability, financial freedom, which will allow you to, think outside of your own shit and go help others. If you can't even guarantee your own, your own financial stability, what makes you think that you will help others? Well, it's true. You can volunteer your time, you can volunteer your energy, but your impact will be very, very you know, impeded. And plus, you know, you're going to be thinking about yourself more than others. So the analogy that I like is that cash is like oxygen, right? You cannot survive without cash. You can't survive without oxygen. You cannot survive without money. Does oxygen make you happy? Well, maybe not really, but it's necessity and you should have enough of it. Before a plane takes off, the cabin crew starts explaining the instructions of what's going to happen in case of emergencies. They tell you, you know, blah, 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 and that they get to a point where they say, if you are caring for others, you know, like a child or an elderly person, make sure that when the mask drops, make sure to put the mask of oxygen on yourself first before you help the other person, right? And that's, I think, the perfect analogy that describes, you know, money and happiness and helping others. This is how money plays into that equation. It's the oxygen that drives us. It's the oxygen that we need. But again, that's between parentheses. I want to share with you the experiment that I saw, and it's more like a thought experiment more than anything, and it goes like this, right? Let's call it the $5 experiment, right? So there's this, this guy. He had a newborn. His wife just gave birth, and so he went out and he was walking around, walks into a store, and he finds this really cute mug. And he was like, okay, yeah, I need to buy this mug for my wife. She loves mugs. I'm gonna get her this mug as like a token of appreciation and gratitude because she just gave birth to our beautiful son. So he goes and he buys this mug for $5. Takes it to his wife, and then as he presents it, she almost cried from joy that he thought of her that way and that he wanted to show her that he appreciated her. She was really cute, really cute. And then here comes the experiment. He's like, what if I give my wife, instead of this mug, $10, right? Or $5 or whatever. Imagine what would her reaction be then, right? And as you can imagine, imagine giving your girlfriend or wife or husband or partner $10 or $5 as a token of appreciation. How would they react to that? I'm guessing, and I'm just guessing, that their reaction would not be great. If you talk to an economist, somebody who specializes in, economy, and everything around them is, it's just dollars and cents. They'd be like, okay, well, if you give her $10 versus giving her a mug that costs $5, then you're actually, giving her more value. But is that really true? Another way of looking at things, I think, is if you take this thought experiment, and let's say, because this experiment was conducted, or this guy is from from first world country, assume the same thing happens in a poor country where people are struggling to stay alive. What would happen then? Would she be happy for the mug, or would she be happy for the $10? Maybe if you're in a country where $10 is a lot of money, and you're presenting your spouse with that as a gift versus giving her a mug, then giving her the mug in this case would seem like, oh, she'd probably be like, oh, it's so cute that you thought of me that way and you gave me this mug as a token of appreciation or whatever. But I'd much rather have the $10 because I would use that money towards probably buying supplies for the baby or clothes or whatever. Yeah, it's what it is. And think about how different the reaction is between these two situations, between these two different human beings that have different circumstances. So for me, the answer to the question, does money make you happy? The answer is, like with other complex topics in life, the answer is a big fat it depends. It depends on many factors, and it depends mostly on the person and their personal circumstances. We're almost at the end of today's episode. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that like button as hard as you can and subscribe so that you can be notified when the next episode comes out. And now all that is left to do is the post-dish celebration. Enjoy the dance, guys. Enjoy the dance moves. And I will see you next time. Take care.